You ready?
I am, yes. How about you?
I don't know.
Charlie Sheen has been making headlines for 40 years, from his hard-partying image and show business family to his high-profile relationships and record-breaking salary demands.
But there are some things you talk about you've never shared before publicly.
Correct, yeah.
Now the ultimate Hollywood bad boy is chronicling it all in a new memoir, The Book of Sheen.
Yeah, I am on a drug. It's called Charlie Sheen.
What do you think when you look back then? Do you recognize yourself?
I don't know who that is. And that's not a cop-out. Or I don't know what part of me that came from. It's weird. It's like there's a possession going on. I'm like, you know, kind of pleading with that version of me to just, dude, God, stop.
You have any regrets?
I do, but I can't, there's no value in them. You know, I guess the only way to deal with it is just to not ever do anything or allow myself to wind up in a situation where that's a message I want to send to the world in that capacity. Because there's probably a lot of people out there that still only know me from those viral clips, a guy screaming tiger blood and winning and all this other nonsense, right? And not set the record straight, but say, no, that was a moment in a really long career where things just went off the frickin' rails.
From his first major role in the Best Picture-winning Platoon,
Do you ever get caught in a mistake that you just can't get out of?
to becoming the highest-paid sitcom star while on 2.5 Men.
Hey, after you drop him off at his mom's, you want to see a movie?
Sure, that sounds good.
Cool. Enjoy.
Behind the scenes, he indulged in an escalating cascade of drugs and sex.
You are very frank about your sex life.
Right.
From hiring sex workers.
Right.
You testified against Hollywood Madam Heidi Fleiss. You admitted you spent $53,000 for her services.
Well, that's what they knew of.
Yeah,
That's what they had on the book. So.
But do you think you were a sex addict?
I mean, sure, probably, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if to frame it like that, sure. Yeah.
And you say sex went hand in hand with your drug use.
It did, yeah.
And wanting to try, as you framed it, quote, other side of the menu, which for some people out there, man, what's the other side of the menu? That's sleeping with men. But you said you're being honest about it now. But why did you keep it secret for so long?
Sure. Yeah. Because there was another element to it that it did come with a tremendous amount of extortion. And so at the time I was just like, all right, let's just pay to keep it quiet and just hope it just stays over there, make it go away, you know, just make it go away. And then
so you were just paying people not to say,
yeah, because they would have
had
video things or whatever and had stuff over me, so that was kind of held hostage, you know, and that's a bad feeling. But again, that's not what I led with. I just led with, all right, you know, people talked about this and this thing and whatever, and so I just need to be free of that, and then see how the world feels if people know that stuff. Because I've written a story all these years about, oh, geez, if I ever reveal that, then this has to be how I'd be dealt with, how I'd be treated, how they'd feel.
In 2015, Sheen publicly revealed that he was HIV positive.
That was a tremendous relief. That felt like, okay, all right, there's that. Now I can focus on some other things.
That was 10 years ago.
That was 2015, you're right.
So how you feeling now?
I feel pretty good.
Sheen says he stopped using drugs in 2015 and that he has now been completely sober for nearly 8 years.
What was the final straw?
It was, well, my body was starting to reject it. I talk about that in the book, you know, literally like turning inside out. That was a mess.
Your kids.
Yeah.
Cassandra, you were 19 when you had her with your high school sweetheart. And then you have the two daughters, Sammy, who's 21, Lola's 20 with Denise.
Yeah.
And you have twin sons, Bob and Max.
Bob and Max,
with Brooke. How have your relationship with your children evolved as your sobriety has evolved over the last 8 years? you've been sober?
We have relationships, you know, and we have legitimate ones, and they really have nothing to do with anything that I do for a living. Because, you know, up to a certain age, kids have no interest. Well, you probably know. They don't care about, you know, what your ratings are.
They just want a father.
Yeah.
Your daughter, Sammy, she's spoken about a rift between you two.
Yes.
How's your relationship these days?
You know, I feel like as long as everybody's still in the game, there's always a shot for better tomorrow, you know?
Yep.
I don't really know what I did. That's the problem. I don't know what I'm supposed to yet apologize for, but I have absolute faith that it's not a forever thing, and her and I will work it out. You know, we have a history of that. That's too valuable to let a you know, some moment destroy all of that. Yeah.
The book is called The Book of Sheen. It's the first title he came up with and never changed it. Trying to find new ones that were better, but he said this one just fit. It is out on Tuesday. We're going to have much more of my interview with Charlie on Monday, and he's going to share, you know, other parts of his past that he's kept a secret. And he's going to talk about his long career.
He gave really thoughtful answers.
Yeah, very thoughtful, very honest and open, George, and they have the book and the documentary, and they are really riveting, really amazing.
You covered a lot of terrain there.
Yeah,
A lot.
thank you.
Thank you, Michael.